after 9/11, you used that magic word Islamic terrorism, and all humanitarian rights were waved aside. You could do whatever you like with the people, provided you could term them as Islamic terrorists. And this is exactly what Narendra Modi is doing. This near genocide which he's about to commit, he's blaming it on Islamic terrorism, hoping that he'll get away with it. And that's why it's important for us to communicate with the Western world and civilized world and tell them what is happening. That's why we're telling them, send your own observers and find out what's happening. Terrorism has nothing to do with any religion. And my other fear is that India, for whatever is happening in Kashmir, will blame on Pakistan. Last February, there was a Kashmiri boy who blew himself up on an Indian military convoy. The parents of the boy said that he was radicalized by the security forces on some checkpoints or something. Nothing to do with Pakistan. Yet Pakistan was immediately blamed for it. Once a conflict starts between two nuclear armed countries, and I told the Indian public too on television, I said it will go beyond me, my hands, or your Prime Minister's hands once it starts. Who knows where it's going to end up? So it's madness to allow this whole situation to deteriorate further. What we fear, and which is the stated aim of BJP government, that they will change the demography of Kashmir. To change the demography of an occupied piece of land is against the 4th Geneva Convention. It's considered a war crime. That unfortunately, India today is governed by a racist, a Hindu supremacist, a party, RSS, which was banned in India 2 or 3 times as a terrorist organization. RSS was responsible for the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is a life member of RSS, was responsible for the pogrom which took place in Gujarat, where 2,000 people were butchered. They do not believe in the Nehru-Gandhi secular plural Indian society. India is changing, has changed in the 6 years. I know India. I have friendships. I know through cricket. I know the India of Nehru and Gandhi, and I know what is going on now. So I'm alarmed, and I think the world leaders need to know. I've spoken to the world leaders. I've spoken to President Trump. I've spoken to Boris Johnson. I've spoken to the Muslim leaders. And this is the time for world to act before this goes too far. Because this is the first time after the Cuban crisis, 2 nuclear-armed countries are going to come face to face. After all, it is the United Nations Security Council resolution that gave the Kashmiris the right of self-determination. And what is happening to them right now? Responsibility lies on the United Nations too. And also, I think, finally, of the world leaders, the big countries, the powerful countries, I would urge them to look beyond big markets. If this thing goes wrong, the effects will go way beyond the borders of the subcontinent. And this obsession with big markets and trade and all that, I mean, this is serious. So it's important for us to tell the world, and I know now that at least everyone knows. I've apprised all the major world leaders of the situation in Kashmir. And as time goes on, and I fear that this is going to end up in a massacre, at least we will be able to tell the world community. And if India blames Pakistan for this, then at least the world would know about it.